Hey folks, and welcome to Greg's Golf Shack. You know, practicing our short game can be one of the most important things we can do to help lower our scores. I mean, most golf course scorecards dedicate half of that score of what makes par to short game, mostly putts. And that's where a lot of us lose strokes, with a lot of those 3 putts even worse. So dialing our putts from 6 foot, 8 foot, 10 feet, 12 feet, and even those short greenside chips can be the main factor that can help us lower scores and improve our golf game. Being able to practice those things at home is a real benefit, and that's why I'm happy to announce my affiliate partnership with Chiputt, designer of this premium chipping and putting turf that you can practice indoors and outdoors and set it up right in your living room. Now, short game is one of my favorite parts of golf, and I love practicing it. It's a game within a game. And I'm going to give you a little overview on why I think the Chiputt system is really beneficial, what comes in the package, and how I feel it can lead the other products that are out there on the market and help you bring your scores down. Now, before we dive deep in, please subscribe to my channel, follow me on my socials. I love to help you improve your golf game, have more fun on the course, and I would love your support to keep making great videos that you can learn from. So what's in the box? Well, first you get this high quality premium turf. You can get it in various sizes, 1.5 feet wide or 3 feet wide, and then there are varying lengths. My turf is 3 feet wide by 11 feet long, and with the included extender, I'm getting almost 14 feet of putts. It has a handy little carry strap so you can easily roll it up, tuck it away, or take it wherever you want to practice. It also comes with a couple of durable chip putt equipment bags. One has these attractive stainless steel hole cups with nice crisp edges to catch your ball and react like the edges of a real hole. And the other comes with circular pieces of turf that you can replace the holes in your mat if you want to putt over them. It also contains these little distance markers that you can embed into the turf to help measure your distances for your putts. And we also have this nice wooden backboard with the Chiputt logo engraved in it and some indentations to store your golf balls. And I mentioned the extender. It also comes included with this step-on chipping mat. So you have a chipping surface you can move away from the green turf itself, but you can also butt it right up next to your turf for longer putts. Slide this extension mat right up against your turf and you're good to go. Now you've got a few extra feet of putting surface. Now when it comes to the turf, I'm really impressed with the quality. It is a professional premium turf that's meant to react just like real greens on a golf course. We see this best when our golf ball starts slowing down, because that's when a good turf will start to grab the ball and slow it down a little quicker. You'll also notice as the ball is slowing down and coming to a stop, it might bobble a little bit and waver offline because of the individual fibers or blades of grass. This is the kind of benefit that you don't get from other products that are just felt or astroturf, because they don't react the real way a ball would. Sometimes we get confused about the idea of a ball rolling true or straight, but we don't putt on concrete. We putt on fibers of grass that manipulate the movement of the ball. And this is why it's so important to roll the ball a little bit longer than the hole, so we make sure it rolls true as it falls into the cup. If we're just trickling the ball up to the hole, there's a good chance it could waver offline or come to a stop. That's why the backboard comes in handy, because we want to target to get the ball to hit that backboard if we miss the hole. Then we know we've had enough speed to drop it in. Now, as you've seen in some of my videos, I have a professional putting green in my backyard. That is one I built with premium professional turf. This Chiputt turf is very, very similar. The backside of the turf has a thicker base just to keep it a little bit more durable, and it helps to take out any creases in the floor, or if you're resting it on a carpet, just to level out the green surface a little bit more. Now, when it comes to the fibers of this turf, you'll find that it's quite deeper than other products on the market. This lets it hold tees for when you're doing some putting practice drills. Now, when you first roll out this turf, you're going to want to give it a chance to settle, maybe even gently back roll the edges a little bit to help flatten it out, and you'll be putting on a flat surface in no time. And once it's flattened out, I like to take a soft brush or a push broom and just give it a little brush to help even out the fibers. These fibers are nice and long so they can entangle together, so we like to separate a little bit, and then you're good to go. Drop in the cups, set up the backboard, make some putts. Now, when it comes to the speed of this green surface, it's very reflective of your average golf course. Rolling down towards the holes, it's about 10 on the stimp meter. If you come back the other direction, it rolls about 8.5 on the stimp meter. Now, as I mentioned, for distance control, you have these little distance markers, and there's little indentations in the green every 3 feet from the hole back. So you could use those to help measure your putts and take that measurement system out to the course. And if you'd like to practice getting the balls more beyond the hole, well, you can even put the extension mat at the end of the surface here as well, and practice getting the putts 2 feet past the hole or whatever distance works for you. Now, having the 3 separate holes can be a real benefit to how we're practicing our alignment. With a lot of putting mats and even stance mats in a simulator, we can start to rely on the edges of the mat to set up our alignment. But we don't have the benefit of that out on the golf course. It's just wide open turf. So by setting ourselves up on an angle to start aiming at the holes diagonally, it can help us with our general alignment without relying on those aids. Now, you can also customize your experience, possibly use some underlay or create some breaks, but that's a little bit more of a personal choice. We'll save that for another video, but it's nice to know that you can expand upon your experience. Now, greenside chipping can be just as important as putting because we'd like to either hole it out or get it close enough that we're just tapping it in. And with the step-on chipping mat, we can keep moving it further away to practice different styles of chips and even different clubs. Now, I like that the mat is big enough that you can actually step on it. That puts you level with the surface that you're chipping off of, and it also prevents the mat from moving around. The pile depth is deep enough that for these short chips, it's not going to damage your floor. You get a nice comfortable impact and a good reaction with the ball. You'll notice that when I'm using my 58 degree and I catch it nicely, the ball actually checks up on this green. And that's where our practice is very important with different clubs, so we can see how the different lofted clubs roll out differently and how close we can get to the hole. Now keep in mind, this is for putting and for short greenside chips to get the ball rolling. If you want to be a little bit more aggressive and practice pitch shots, well, it's not really for that, but I advise, especially if you're indoors, maybe use a foam ball. One of the important parts about chipping with different clubs is focusing on where we land the ball and see how much rollout we get. So that's the benefit of being able to move this stance mat so we can practice with different clubs when we're chipping. And that's the other benefit of this being a premium realistic turf, is we get the same kind of a reaction from the turf as we would out on the real golf course when we're chipping. So overall, I really enjoy practicing on the Chiputt system, and I'm confident that this practice will translate to the real golf course. We've got really long winters where I am, and putting and chipping on the simulator isn't quite the realistic thing, so this has become an essential part of my practice to get ready for the next golf season. So I really recommend it, and my experience talking with the Chiputt team has been very friendly and easy. They're shipping the product from Canada, the US, the UK, and Australia, and if you go to their website, thechiputt.com, I'll include a link below, they're offering a 15% discount. Plus, if you use my discount code, GregGS, as for Greg's Golf Shack, you'll get an additional 5% discount. Folks, this is a great way to keep our short game sharp year-round and help lower our golf scores. I hope you enjoyed that video and you enjoy your practice. We'll see you next time on Greg's Golf Shack.